A single off-color joke on Family Guy can do what a dozen tabloids can't. Send Oscar winners storming out of parties and governors furiously updating their Facebook feeds.
Are you just gonna talk over everything?
I love talking on TV. I'll do anything to talk on TV.
For 26 seasons, the show has roasted everyone from Hollywood royalty.
Hey, look, why don't you go bother Joe, huh?
I can't. He's in Vegas for the weekend, seeing that handicapped Cher impersonator.
To real-life heroes.
All right, you've got to agree to this surgery. Because right now, you're as useless as Black Widow is to the Avengers.
Piling up lawsuits, boycotts, even a few therapy bills along the way. So whose ego took the worst bruising? Tonight, we're counting down 8 celebrity meltdowns, courtroom showdowns, and backstage confrontations. Buckle up. The biggest punchline is still on its way. Adrien Brody thought an Oscar could armor plate his ego until Family Guy blasted a nose-first hole through it. In the Season 9 premiere, Quahog's Theater Trumpets, a 3D workout spectacular, starring Brody doing endless sit-ups. On screen, his famously prominent profile lunges out at the audience, sending them screaming for the exits. The joke landed so hard that fans still repost the clip as the giant nose gag a decade later. Brody, it turns out, wasn't laughing.
I walked up to him at a party, and because I'd just seen Splice, and I thought it was awesome. And I said, like, hey, I really like Splice. I hope there's no hard feelings. And essentially the upshot was, well, there are. There are some hard feelings.
If Hollywood royalty can't brush it off, imagine the reaction when a former governor's family becomes the punchline. That showdown is next. Sarah Palin never expected a one-liner from a cartoon date to ignite a media firestorm. But that's exactly what Extra-Large Medium did in 2010. In the episode, Chris asks his new crush with Down syndrome what her parents do, and she deadpans, "My dad's an accountant and my mom is the former governor of Alaska." And the reference landed like a gut punch. Palin hit back fast. Her daughter Bristol's open letter called the writers heartless jerks, turning a half-sentence cartoon clip into a week-long cable news slugfest. That's when Andrea Faye Friedman, the actress with Down syndrome who voiced the joke, stepped into the spotlight. In a statement to the New York Times, she shrugged. "I guess former Governor Palin doesn't have a sense of humor," adding that the line was pure sarcasm aimed at Palin, not her son. Her clapback flipped the narrative, leaving critics to ask whether Palin was defending her child or just her own image. Even Seth MacFarlane, the show's chief provocateur, later admitted he could see where she was coming from as a mom. 13 years on, Palin remains one of the few targets who managed to rattle MacFarlane's cage without getting a wink of on-screen revenge. But this backlash was polite compared with the next fallout, where an actress's paparazzi photo morphed into a viral body distortion meme she couldn't escape. Chloe Grace Moretz expected the usual red carpet teasing, but not a viral ambush that would leave her hiding from cameras. It started with Family Guy's quick gag about legs go all the way up Griffin.
Do those legs go all the way up?
Why, yes, they do.
Ah! Oh my God, you're a monster!
A cutaway of Peter escorting a cartoon woman whose torso is tiny and legs absurdly long. Fans slapped that silhouette onto a paparazzi photo of Moretz carrying pizza boxes, then blasted the mashup across social media. Within hours, the image was everywhere, captioned with jokes about her cartoon body. The actress tried to laugh it off, but the onslaught kept growing. In 2022, she finally admitted the meme was horrific, saying it triggered anxiety and full-blown body dysmorphia whenever cameras flashed. She stopped attending events alone, dreading the moment the photo might resurface on a jumbotron or phone screen behind her. What stung the most? Family Guy hadn't even aimed the joke at her. The internet did the targeting for them. At least Chloe chose therapy over court. The next star marched straight to a judge, demanding millions for just 2 seconds of screen time. Carol Burnett turned a 2-second cutaway into a courtroom showdown. In a 2006 episode, Family Guy flashed her iconic charwoman mopping the floor of an adult bookstore. Same blue dress, same bun, same unmistakable silhouette. Burnett said the bit trashed a character she'd kept squeaky clean for decades and sued for millions, arguing the show hijacked her creation and smeared her brand. The case didn't stick. A federal judge tossed the suit, calling the cameo a protected parody, even while noting it was crass. Fair use won. Burnett walked away without the apology she wanted, and Family Guy walked away with another legal scalp mounted on its writer's room wall. Not everyone reached for a lawyer. Some took their complaints straight to Seth. One even sat him down on a mic and pressed record. Dax Shepard's brush-off arrived as a punchline, not a punch. Yet, it still stung. In Season 13's Our Idiot Brian, Dr. Hartman shrugs. I don't know. Is Dax Shepard all right? A drive-by quip implying the actor's brains aren't exactly firing on all cylinders. Instead of unleashing lawyers or a social media tirade, Shepard invited the show's creator onto his Armchair Expert podcast. On air, he told Seth MacFarlane the joke felt gratuitous, not punching down, but pointless, and challenged the notion that Family Guy can savage Hollywood while still hoping for Hollywood's applause. MacFarlane conceded the line was a cheap shot, but argued that satire can't survive if it starts grading its own targets. The conversation ended with a handshake, no lawsuit, no headlines, yet it carved out rare middle ground. But not every bruised guest star stays that civil. James Woods turned his cameo into open warfare, both on-screen and on Twitter. James Woods once relished being Quahog's resident pest, so much that Family Guy even renamed the high school after him and killed him off, twice, for laughs. But the bromance curdled in 2018 when the actor took to Twitter. I was recently offered another Datcher Family Guy episode. It was so mean-spirited, so totally political. The rabid hatred of conservative values has ruined comedy. He turned the cameo down and accused the writers of trashing anyone right of center. Since then, the show has avoided him entirely. No more James Woods, cold opens, no resurrection gags, and definitely no guest vocals. Industry blogs chalk the split up to Woods' increasingly fiery politics. Insiders say the writers prefer fictional nemeses over real-world Twitter wars. Either way, a once-beloved running joke is now a silent feud that shows no sign of thawing. But bruised egos can escalate beyond tweets. Our next story features grieving parents, a musical number, and the most explosive boycott the show has ever faced. Terri Schiavo's name was already a lightning rod when Family Guy turned her tragedy into a show tune. In the 2010 episode Peter Asment, Stewie's preschool class belts out Terri Schiavo, the musical, chanting lines like,
Schiavo is kind of a livo. What a lively little bugger.
Maybe we should just unplug her.
and joking she's the most expensive plant you'll ever see. The backlash was instant. Disability rights groups, pro-life activists, and Schiavo's brother Bobby Schindler called for a full boycott of Fox, branding the number hate speech against brain-injured people. Protesters argued the gag crossed a moral line no parody defense could justify. Fox didn't pull the episode, but inside the writer's room, the outrage became a cautionary legend. The show barreled ahead to new material, 2025's twin holiday specials that promise to skewer AI influencers, political icons, and anyone else who thinks they're safe from Quahog's firing squad. Family Guy isn't limping toward retirement. It's gearing up for 2 Hulu-exclusive holiday specials that the Comic-Con panel hyped as Anything Goes episodes. First comes the Halloween romp on October 6th, where Brian and Stewie try to write the next Monster Mash hit, while Peter's gang turns trick-or-treat fibs into real-world chaos. A Christmas send-up, its working title lampooning Hallmark flicks, lands in December, and insiders hint it may rope in ex-Meg voice Lacey Chabert for a cameo. But the Griffins aren't stopping at holiday cheer. The Season 24 trailer unveiled at San Diego Comic-Con teased parodies of everything from The Lord of the Rings to viral TikTok dances. confirming the show's 4-season renewal plan is alive and well. That same trailer flashed a quick shot of Peter hogging a ring light while hawking bogus crypto gummies, just long enough for Reddit sleuths to predict a full episode torching AI influencers and live stream culture.
Any room for one more?
Hell yeah!
The writers haven't confirmed a thing, so for now it's strictly rumor territory, but fan forums are buzzing that Quahog's next roast will target the algorithm itself. Translation: the show's appetite for new punching bags is as healthy as ever, setting the stage for a finale that asks whether anyone in 2025 is safe from a Griffin gut punch. And with that, our countdown is complete. Time to tally the damage and ask who dares laugh at themselves next. So the next time Quahog trains its sights on Hollywood royalty, political icons, or AI influencers, the question won't be did they go too far? It'll be who's brave enough to laugh at themselves next?